Hello everyone, and a special thank you to Michelle in St. Cloud, Minnesota. This is ChristianEyewear.com, where believing is seeing. And Michelle is looking forward to these. She has seen my black, tortoise, and purple Philippians 4:13 frames on my YouTube channel and social media, and she heard about the Dogwood coming in and she couldn't wait for that. Of course, it's going to come with the Christian Eyewear case. The beautiful frame that comes, she got it with the gold crosses, the Dogwood with the gold crosses, and that comes with the gold mirror, polarized magnetic clip on. These use rare earth, very strong, very lightweight rare earth magnets. Show you how strong the magnet is. Look, it sticks to the case there. But I'm going to take that off. I'm going to pop out the original demo lenses, but Michelle was willing to wait all this time until the Dogwood were being made. This was my first color of choice when I first designed the Christian Eyewear collection. But they didn't have enough of this material to do the magnetic clip-on, so I started with 3 colors. And then I said later on, when you have more, let's go ahead and do the 4th color. And I actually have done it in a 55. This is the 52 eye size that I wear, where I produce them in the 55 and now the largest 58 eye size as well. So this will fit everybody, with some kids frames coming next. That'll be next. So I'm going to put her frame into the tracing element of my blocker. I'm really pleased to have this Dogwood color. It is so rich, so beautiful. And the reason why this is called Dogwood, allegedly Jesus was crucified on a dogwood, and God made sure that they would never be large enough to crucify someone again. Again, this is the Philippians 4:13, size 52/18, 145 temple length in the Dogwood color. And this is, of course, Christian Eyewear, designed in the USA by me. And you can get it with a gold cross or with silver crosses on the side. And of course, the silver frame comes with the silver mirror. The gold crosses comes with the gold mirror. But again, let me begin by putting a frame into the tracing element of my blocker. I'm going to program this shape into the computer, so years from now, should Michelle ever need new lenses for her frame, I can mail them right to her home and she'll see how to pop them in by watching this video. I'm going to hit the start button. Little stylus is going to pop up, go around, trace the inside bevel of the right side of the frame before doing the same thing on the left. Here at ChristianEyewear.com, again, believing is seeing. You purchase any frame that I offer, and you will receive 1 free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipt has my federal ID tax number, so if you have vision insurance or unused health savings account flex dollars, you will get reimbursed for this purchase. Now, I do not accept any vision insurances, but what I can do is provide to you upon request an itemized receipt that you can file for your out-of-network reimbursement. Your insurance company will mail a check to your home. You simply just take a picture of it with your smartphone and deposit it right into your bank account. If you have, my website takes every form of credit card, MasterCard, Visa, Discover, American Express. It now takes HSA, Health Savings Account Flex dollars. It can also take Google Pay, Apple Pay, making it easier than ever to purchase from me. So that is the shape of the lens I'll be cutting. I'm going to move to the next screen. I have to enter the pupillary distance, which is 31.5 for the right eye. The computer starts at 32.5, so I'm going to tap this minus button twice. I'm going to raise the optical center up to 21. Let me just mark that on there. I went 2.5 above the center of the lens. And this is a block. I need to attach this to your lens while it is cutting. So I need 2 double-sided adhesive stickers, of which I've cut 2 off of this roll here. Pull them away. The black side is the sticky side. Toss that into the trash. Put the sticker onto the first block. Do the same thing now for the second one. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Line up that silver button on the back is a magnet. It didn't want to get thrown away. Stay. Why me? Why me? It was your time. So the silver button on the back is a magnet. It's going to do its job twice. The first time it's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the arm. But first, I need to get her lenses prepped. The prescription reads +50 minus 75 at 90. +50 minus 75 at 90. Turn the axis wheel on my Marco 101 Lensometer. This helps me verify the prescriptions. Put the power drum on 0. Make sure everything is centered. Now put it on +50. Take the lens out of the protective packet. Place it into the viewfinder. Rotate the lens until the spherical component of the prescription comes into view first, which is the +50. Let me check the astigmatism correction. That looks good. I'm going to put 3 dots on the lenses. Let me darken those so you can see them at home. And this is the right lens. We're going to do the same thing now for the left lens. +1 minus 2 1/4 at 75. Turn the axis wheel to 75. Put the power drum on +1. Take the lens out of the protective packet. Line it up. Make sure the spherical component comes into view first. Check the astigmatism correction. I'm going to explain all of that later. Just going to get this lens ready to be used. Getting less dark of that one. And this is the left lens. I'm going to put an L there. And if you guys missed any of that, let me recap. Free bad jokes with every pair of glasses made. So the reason why I put those 3 dots on there, it tells me that it's oriented in there just perfectly. That blue cross is the geometric center of the frame. Michelle's eyes are above that and inset. So I'm going to use that orange crosshairs to get everything lined up perfectly. And hit that button. The arm's going to come down, place the block onto the right lens. We're going to do the same thing now for the lens that ain't right, which I can identify with. I ain't right either. Pull the paper away and make the black side sticky. Line up the magnet. Pupillary distance for the left eye is 29.5. So we're going to tap the minus button a few times till we get down to 29.5. Same optical center height. And going to hit that button. The arm's going to come down, place the block onto the left lens. Now this is the tracer, this is the blocker, this is what's known as the edger. This is going to edge your lenses down from this size to this size. It's going to do that by this cutting wheel on the left, which is a diamond crusted wheel that's going to grind away your lens material until it's the final size. This wheel in the center that has that channel, that valley, it's going to put the V-shaped bevel onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. Now I want to wake up the computer. It shows that it's job ID number 3519. 3519. So I've transferred all the data from here to here, and it's actually going to be stored into a cloud-based data warehouse so that if, heaven forbid, something happened to this lab and it was destroyed, all of this frame size and information would be stored in the cloud. Insurance would pay for a new machine. I could cut the lenses again just by having this barcode. So these are polycarbonate lenses. If they were plastic, high index plastic or Trivex, I would select that, but we're going to stick with polycarbonate because it's my lens material of choice. I'm not going to polish the edge of the lens. I'm not going to put a safety bevel on the front convex surface of the lens, but I am going to place one on the rear concave surface of the lens, and I'll explain why when I take it out of the machine. I'm going to press a sticker on there firmly, place the magnet into the chuck, or as I like to call it, the Charles, because I just don't know this machine well enough to call it Chuck. Have I mentioned, hello, is this on? Free bad jokes with every pair of glasses made. Hit the green start button. The door closes. Secret Agent 2840 will be happy with the clean door. Michelle is Secret Agent 3519. He always comments that the door is, when the door is dirty. But it's going around tracing the shape of the right lens, then measuring the thickness of the lens on the second go around to make sure the lens is thick enough. The lens is large enough to fit into the frame on the first go around. The second go around is measuring the thickness to know where to place the bevel so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing, of which, Michelle, you will have none with your prescription in this frame. But it's doing the old carpenter saying, measure twice, cut once. Of course, there's also another old carpenter saying, love thy neighbor as thyself. So the water you see in the background is there to catch the optical sawdust as it comes off the cutting wheel. Polycarbonate lenses cut dry, meaning that no water sprays onto the lens while it is cutting, unlike plastic, high-index plastic, and Trivex that cut wet, meaning that water sprays onto the lens the duration of that cutting cycle. Now, water will spray onto your lenses, Michelle, but only for the last 20 seconds to wash away any optical debris that you now see beginning to form on the edge of the lenses. But as I mentioned, Michelle's lenses are made out of polycarbonate, which is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. They are virtually unbreakable. These are high-impact ballistics grade lens material, the same lens material that our soldiers wear overseas in combat zones to protect their eyes from shrapnel, from flying debris. It has 100% UVA and UVB protection built into the lens. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin. They're in St. Cloud, Minnesota, where your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin. So unlike the lotions, creams, and sprays that you have to reapply every couple hours when you're in direct exposure to the sun, this is permanent and never needs to be reapplied. Now, Michelle paid $44 to upgrade to my house anti-glare. That is 3 features in one. The first feature is it reduces glare when driving at night, particularly driving at night in the rain, but from street lights, stoplights, computer screens, overhead fluorescent lights and such. The second feature is that it reduces reflection. So when someone's looking at you, they're not looking at their reflection in your glasses. It makes for much better eye contact. It also has the cosmetic benefit that if you take a selfie, you're less likely to see the phone in the lens, or if someone takes a picture with a flash, you're less likely to see the flash in the lens. Now, the third feature that I like, the practical side, is it comes with the industry's hardest scratch coating. The machine that applies the anti-glare costs well over $1 million. It takes over 24 hours to vaporize 8 different coatings onto your lens. So because of the time and the expense, they put the industry's hardest scratch coating on there to protect your time and investment. I will now open this door with my mind. I can do other things with my mind. I can melt ice with my mind. I just have to stare at it for a couple hours and I'll get it to melt. Scientists are amazed by that. They have studied me for years. They have no idea why I can melt ice with my mind faster in the summertime than I can in the winter. If anyone has any ideas, leave it in the comment section below. Better yet, if anyone else has a funnier joke, write it down on a $100 bill and mail it to me, and I will read it on the air. You don't even have to include your name. I'll recognize your handwriting, give you credit for it. So, after the lens is dried off, I'll show you how to put the lens in. Michelle, years from now, should you ever need new lenses, I have the sides I'm working on closest to me. You're going to tuck the lens in up against the outside of the frame, and then it's always with your thumb at the nose. With your thumbs pushed down at the nose, it snaps right in. Now, to take your old ones out, you turn the frame upside down with your thumb at the nose, and of course I'm grabbing the lens by the other side. I put my other thumb on top and push down, it pops right out. Years from now, when you get your new lenses, tuck them in at the outside corner, push down, and it snaps right in. So let's flip that over to L. Again, you are going to be Secret Agent 3519 with this. All of your data is saved with me and in the cloud. So should you need new lenses, I can mail them right to your home. This is installment 3519 of my 330 million volume series of making a pair of glasses for everyone in America. So stay tuned for episode number 330 million. So we're going to flip that over to L, place the magnet into the Chuck, the Charles, the Chucky baby, or today I'm calling it the Michelle. Hit the green start button. The door closes, the clamp shuts. Just like before, the lenses are going to be traced by the white styluses to make sure it's large enough to fit into the left side of the frame. And you can see as it's going around tracing the shape of the left side this time. And then again measuring the thickness to know where to place the bevel so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing. Oh, look at that, Michelle. You got nothing. You got no edge thickness there. You got a beautiful gold cross on the side of it, even more beautiful dogwood frame. Look at that. All of these are going to be original in the sense that the wood grain is going to be different on every frame. Some will be darker here, some will be darker in the back, lighter brown here. It's just going to vary. That's just like wood does. Let's take this block off, pull the sticker away, dry that off with my hand, throw that in there, add to my sticker collection. We're going to come down here to the lensometer, spin the axis wheel back to 90, which is the axis for the right eye, and I'll explain all of that. I'm going to put it in over that black dot that you see there. Read the power, and I am getting plus 50, exactly halfway between 0 and 1. Your prescription, plus 50. The unit of measurement in the optical world is called a diopter, spelled D-I-O-P-T-E-R. It starts at 0 and goes up in quarter increments, 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, 1. So you're on the second rung of a ladder. The reason why there's a plus sign You are farsighted. To see up close, you need 2 steps of magnification to make all the images the correct size. Now, once the image is the correct size, you have 3 steps, 3 additional steps on top of that too, of astigmatism correction. Uncorrected astigmatism makes 6s and 8s look alike, or the letters P and F. Think of it as a fine-tuned knob. Now, there is a stigma over the word astigmatism. It just means shape. It's like saying someone has straight hair, someone else has curly hair. You don't freak out when you hear that. So, the first number is plus 50. We're going to check the second curvature, and we're at minus a quarter in the red. We were in the black positive numbers. We're now 1 step into the red minus numbers, because you have a curve plus 50 this way, 90 degrees away. You have a second curve that's even steeper, and that's how we line those 2 curves up to make everything nice and crisp. A straight line is 0 to 90 to 180. So for the right eye, we're going to turn that fine-tune knob exactly to 90. And the reason why we're at minus a quarter, imagine you had 50 cents, but you owed somebody else 75 cents. You would be a quarter in the red. That's where we're at, 1 quarter into the red numbers. Now your left eye, you need 4 steps of magnification to see far away, and 9 steps of astigmatism correction. So, but we're going to turn that fine-tune knob to about 75, just shy of the 90th meridian. Let's go ahead and take your left lens out. Dry everything off. Tuck it in at the outside corner. Press down at the nose. It snaps right in. Pull the block off. Pull the sticker off. Dry that. Add to my collection. Ding, round 2. Big Ben, Parliament. Have you seen this before? Turn the fine-tune knob to 75, which is the axis correction for the left eye. Put it in over that black dot. This is what's known as final inspection. I'm inspecting the lenses, that they're made exactly as your doctor has prescribed in the picture of the prescription that you emailed to me. So let's check the power of that one, and we're at plus 1. Again, we're going exactly halfway between 0 and 2 in the black positive numbers. Plus 1, we're going to subtract 2.25 from that, and we end up at minus 1 1/4, well into the red numbers. Because again, you had $1, then you owed someone $2.25. You'd be 1 1/4 in the red. That's where we're at, 1 1/4 going towards 2. Now your pupillary distance for the right eye is 31.5. For the left is 29.5. Which, hang on, let me do some math. 30, which totals 61. Optical center height of 21. So I'm going to turn the card around. Place the PD stick against my thumb. When we read it onto the lens, we're getting the 61 pupillary distance, the optical center height of 21. I place the stick here, not to the bottom of the lens, but to the deepest part of the middle of the frame, because that's the deepest. Your lens goes halfway in there. We're getting 21 millimeters. That is cut perfectly. 21 millimeters. That is cut perfectly. Now, this is the part in every video that as I clean your lenses, Michelle, I mentioned that there's free shipping anywhere in the U.S. and St. Cloud, Minnesota is in the U.S., but this is also tax-free. All purchases are tax-free. I'm in North Carolina. North Carolina considers eyeglasses a medical device, and in North Carolina, no one charges tax on medical devices, and that's how I'm able to remain tax-free. But when you get these in the mail, Michelle, there's a small chance these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That's because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other, and I'm no different, and I'll show you in just a moment. But because of that statistic, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments if you ask them. And so, but I'm going to start by getting these in standard alignment, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I set them on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. Now, when I take off my Philippians 413 eyewear and place them on the counter, they wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me because I'm part of that 80%. My right ear is lower than my left, and that's why there's a wobble on the counter. Let me put mine back on so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to flip yours over, Michelle. Press down. There is no wobble. Close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly, and they do. I love closing those temples and seeing the wood. I've waited about 6 to 8 months for this wood color from when this project originally started. But I just want to make sure the tension was the same on each hinge. Now, of course, every frame comes with a hard shell Christian eyewear case. It comes with a Christian Eyewear cleaning cloth. It has the 3 crosses on Mount Calvary where Jesus was crucified with others. And of course I put the 3 there for the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. If do me a favor, looking at that logo, it's got all my social media on there, that when you receive this you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. But for my YouTube channel, click on that icon that you see in the bottom corner of the screen. That way you can subscribe to my channel. Click the bell icon so you'll get notified every time there's a new frame and lens combination as they become available. If you have any questions, go to the Contact Me page of the website. While you're there, scroll down to the bottom of the page and subscribe to our email list. We'll notify you every time new frames become available. Again, if you want to email me directly, info@christianeyewear.com. Christian Eyewear on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And of course, I love this frame. This was my first choice. I still have all my original colors. You can do black with gold or silver crosses. Those come with a polarized gray clip-on, and all of these have the solid colors have a anti-glare coating on the back surface. Tortoise, again, gold and silver. These 2 come with a polarized gray lens with the anti-glare coating on the back surface. And then the purple with gold and silver. And these have a polarized brown gradient. Because of the gradient, it doesn't require, enough light comes in, it doesn't require the anti-glare coating on the back side. And these are polarized G15. Is it G15 or gray? Let's see which ones are which. Let me see. It is the polarized gray, I'm sorry. But again, the Dogwood. I know this is a bolder look, so I went with a bolder color. The gold frames, the gold crosses come with a gold mirrored lens. And the silver crosses come with a silver mirrored lens. And they too have the back surface anti-glare coating on there. Now, if this is too bold for you, say, please just put in a dark gray lens. I can swap these out. I can pop the dark gray out with the silver, and you can just have, again, it'll have the wooden clip around it. I can show you. If I pop these out, I'm going to pop out the mirror real quick and interchange it with the gray and pop these in. You can now have dark gray lenses to go with the Dogwood, and that would look really good because they accentuate the areas that are light and dark. That is, if you don't want the bolder mirrored look, you don't have to get it. I will contact you with every purchase and make sure what color lenses you would like for the clip. But Michelle in St. Cloud, Minnesota, thank you so much for your patience while waiting for these to come out. She was going to get one of these, but said I'll be willing to wait to get the Dogwood. And this is such a beautiful frame. So again, Michelle, thanks for the purchase of the Philippians 4:13 by Christian Eyewear, designed by me, and here in the United States, with your single vision lenses with my house anti-glare. Now this frame and lens complete sells for $149 with the polarized magnetic clip-on and 1 pair of free prescription lenses. She paid $44 for the upgrade to anti-glare. So the frame and lens and magnetic clip-on is $149. She paid $44 for my house anti-glare for a total of $193. Again, tax-free with free shipping anywhere in the U.S. And now, if you have any questions, go to the Contact Me page of the website. You can also leave a question or comment in the comment section below. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on all my social media as Christian Eyewear. And now, hopefully, everyone has gotten a chance to see how I bring God's loving feeling back to glasses. Thank you.